your IELTS writing will be tested on these four criteria, which include the first one is the task response. The second one is your lexical resources. The third one is the coherence and cohesion. And the fourth one is your grammatical range and accuracy, right? So these are the four areas on the basis of which your writing will be marked. So let's we can do in this class, we are going to discuss in detail about these four areas. I'd like you to ask me if you have any question after, like our discussion, if you don't understand any of the areas, so we can discuss it again. So let's begin with the task response first. So what is task response? Basically, in simple word, you can see that it has been explained although in the slide, but in simple word, whatever the prompt that has been given to you have to first address that prompt. Address mean to fulfill the task, whatever the task is, you have to complete that task. Number one. Number second thing is, your task response in simple word, the idea should be appropriate, right? It should not be off topic. It should have a valid argument on that given prompt that would be supporting your ideas. So task response in simple language, if I would like to have a layman language, is your focus of your writing task. Because task response, if I will be assessing your writing task as an assessor, I have to see following thing in term of task response, that either you have achieved the task or not, based on the prompt. Number second. Number third is, if you have basically addressed the task and based on the argument, that argument is in the support of the given task or not, right? So in simple language, it's in, if you can say in the simple language, is the response of your writing against the task, if it's appropriate or not, right? Anyhow,
All right.
yeah. So the second thing is the number of words. If you're writing the writing task one, there is a limit of 150 words. You have to complete that 150 words. If you'll be writing 149 or 140 words less than 150, you can be penalized for the under length. And secondly, at the other end, if you're writing task one, so try to close your task maybe more than 170, 180 words, not more than that, right? Anyhow, so this is your task response that will be explained in detail, basically when we see one of the type of writing. So afterward, we can see that we have the paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is to rephrase the same idea into your own language, right? Paraphrasing is to rephrase your own idea into your own language. So we can work on the range of synonyms. We can work on the range of substitute words, right? Substitute words are those words that cannot be of the same meaning but convey the same message. Let's say if I'm using a statement, try to understand the gravity of the situation versus try to understand the significance of the situation. So basically, the word significance was replaced with the gravity and both conveyed the same meaning. So gravity can never be the synonym of significant, right? But it's a substitute word. So we can have an ability to understand that whenever you are paraphrasing or whenever you're writing an essay, you should not use the words time and again, the same word. You have the range of vocabulary or the synonyms, and you should have an ability to convey your message by the substitute words, right? This would be helpful for you
All right.
when we are paraphrasing the information. That is followed by the lexical resources. So, in terms of lexical resources, it's your topic related vocabulary in simple word or the broad range of vocabulary. So, in terms of vocabulary, in simple word, if I can see that you have two things in the vocabulary. The first one is the topic related vocabulary, and the second one is your, we can say, the range of simple words. Topic related vocabulary and the range of simple words to be used over here. So you can see you should have a proficient range in the use of relevant vocabulary, right? And
All
second,
right.
idiom, and third is the we can say idioms. You should have an ability to use the idioms where it's appropriate. So then we can see how we can use them. Sometime it has been seen that most of the candidate they just try to try to impress the examiner. They would be using some high tone word to impress the examiner. Don't do that. You must have an ability to use that word. It should be structured vocabulary, right? It has to be a structured vocabulary, number one. And number second thing is, whenever you are using the words, you have to keep that thing in your mind that you should not repeat the words time and again, as repetition is not appreciated because it will, like your score. Followed by the third criteria is your coherence and cohesion. In term of coherence and cohesion, as the name indicate, coherence stand for when we have to make an argument more logical and having a more sequence, right? So the natural sequence of the ideas are appreciated, and use of linkers or the linking words, such as for the things that you have to add, we can use in addition, we can use furthermore, we can use moreover, and so on, right? So we can see that these are some of the connecting words that can be used, and you need to know when and where to use those connecting words, because at time students try to just add on those words irrespective of their understanding. So for example, for addition, we have in addition, furthermore, moreover, these are for the addition, right? And basically, for the consequences, we can use consequently, we can use therefore, we can use subsequently, and so on. These are some of the words that can be added over here to show your ability to convey your message with a coherence and cohesion. Okay, coherence can be you can say taken in this regard. First of all, is the exocoherence. Exocoherence means that you should have a proper structure: introduction, body one, body two, and conclusion. This is your exocoherence. Then we have endocoherence, that is inside the basically the writing task, the flow of your idea. Like whenever you're writing, you should have the most logical and the most important thing in the beginning of the paragraph, and it has to be connected with the next idea with the cohesive devices, as I already explained, like in addition, furthermore, moreover, and so on, right? So basically, these are some of the things that can be taken in this regard. These are some of the things that you should keep in your mind. So this is the explanation for this coherence and cohesion. That the coherence and cohesion, in simple word, I explain it to you that it's your you can say sequence of the ideas, the way you have narrated ideas in your essay. For example, it must have a clarity. Coherence is not in the sense of reading, it's the sense of writing. Being a writer, when you will be writing your response, you must connect the ideas with each other in a coherent and a logical manner, right? So, and these linking words or the cohesive devices will help you to list your explanation logically, right? Anyhow, then we have the array of grammatical structure. No, in terms of grammatical structure, first of all, identify or understand the sentence structure. These things seems to be heavy. I don't want you to deep dive inside. Just to focus on to range your essay with the different types of tenses, sentences, and at the end there must not be any mistake in there, right? Anyhow, so you can see that this is the marking criteria with regard to your grammatical range accuracy. What we have in the grammatical range accuracy is your sentence structure. We should have simple, compound, and complex sentences that has to be used. And again, we are not gonna into the details of the definitions. Just to give a brief touch for that, so that you can add it appropriately. Then tenses as much as you can use with variety and with logic. And again, different type of sentences which include declarative, interrogative, imperative, exclamation, and so on. And at the end, you should have time to have a proofreading, right? Anyhow, so basically, I'm not going to into details of the sentences at the moment. So this is your 4 point in the marking criteria, right? So any question at the point of time you want to ask? Okay, now you can see on screen we have a detailed program for those people who will be joining us in our gold package. So we have 3 weeks live classes. If you are from any part of the world, the time zones are flexible. You can join at any time as per your availability. There are different time of the day we will be having class on the different subtest. Okay, here you see there is a quick review of our course. There is a live classes, new session every Monday, followed by the weekly mocks with a complete comprehensive feedback and discussion on every Monday. Then we have 20 mocks. This is specifically for the nursery we have started, but if you're a doctor, pharmacist, you can avail this course. There will be complete mock every day with feedback and discussion classes once or twice in a week by our trained, professional, qualified team members that are being run, designed, and taken by the doctors. So there are doctors who will be discussing the problem you are having in your writing and speaking. And lastly is the grand mock. There are 17 number of mocks before your test. So join this M&M to pass your OET in the first go.